All right. Whoops. Yeah. Okay. Right now you are staring at last year's final bracket. We're doing things somewhat similar to what I did last year with the wheel spin, just because I like the fun aspect of the wheel spin and completely random. However, I did make it this year. An idea was brought to me. I sort of did my own version of the idea, but still, I think it's a good idea. That would since I won last year, I would have the least chance. All right, I'll explain it here in a second too. But there's the look of your bracket results last year, and the consolation. That was me and Gary in the Super Bowl last year, defeating Bill and Colby. And then the four of us had defeated Maria, Chuck, Brandon, and Pat. So the 8 of us made the playoffs last year. And there's your champion, me. Hopefully I can back it up this year with it. But we go to the standings. That was the final standings after the playoffs. The regular season standings was here. Wound up 10-4 last season. Missed out on the number 1 seed though. But that's how it ended up in the regular season. And the final standings after the playoffs was this. So yeah, that's that. But we're starting with a fresh, clean state right now, and we are on our keepers thing right now. I have selected mine. And so what we're doing this time, let me explain. This is what I wrote out. So the 2 Super Bowl teams last year get 1 spot on the wheel. The semifinal losers get 2 spots on the wheel. 5th and 6th get 3rd and 4th, or yeah, 3 spots on the wheel. 7th and 8th get 4 spots on the wheel. 9th and 10th get 5 spots on the wheel. 11th and 12th get 6 spots on the wheel. 13th and 14th get 7 spots on the wheel. And 15th and 16th get 8 spots on the wheel. The idea given to me was 1 through 16, but I figured this is a little more closer. And yeah, I think this would be a good way to do it. That way the people that were out, like had the worst season, have a better chance of getting first pick, because that's usually how normal things go. But so they still have a chance and a better chance to get first and second pick than anybody else. I did make the wheel. I tested it, and I was wondering, I'm like, oh, if somebody gets picked, I'm going to have to delete every name of that person. But believe it or not, when you spin the wheel, it actually comes up where you can delete or erase the player or erase all the ones identical. So it actually does it for me. So that was great when I found that out. It makes my job much easier. So we're going to do this here now. These are in alphabetical order, but like I said, those are all the spots on the wheel that I just went through. So you see that I only have the 1. Gary only has 1. Colby and Bill only have 2. There's Colby's only 2, and Bill only has 2. and so on. Barbara will have 8. Obviously, I'm going to shuffle this. I'm going to shuffle like 4 or 5. I'm going to shuffle 5 times and then give the spin a go, I guess. See what happens from there. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 shuffles. Alright. Your 2025 draft seeding order begins now. And I'm going to spin the wheel for the first time. Who's going to get first pick? Will it be Caitlin or Barbara with the 8 spots on this wheel? Or will it be, somehow, surprisingly still be me or Gary with 1? We're going to find out. First spin. First pick in the draft. I am nowhere near that. Woo! That was close. See, I can hit remove all instances, and it removes all of Striker's. Striker gets first pick, and he only had... Where'd my cheat sheets go? I wrote them down before I typed them. Striker had 5 spots on the wheel. And obviously, all 5 of them are going to get taken away. Striker is first. We'll have the first pick in this draft. Alright. And I don't have to shuffle anymore. Matt does have 2 in a row, but I did shuffle 5 times and it ended up being like that. But it's fine. Wow, he's got 3 in this area, and it ended up missing it. Alright. Second pick. Matt Fisher with second pick. He had 7 spots on the wheel. He finished 3rd from the bottom, and he gets second pick. So he's right in the same area. Striker was 7th from the bottom and got first pick. So he benefited. Matt benefited. Right now, they both moved up a spot of where they would have picked. So, all right. So far, we have Striker and Matt, the top 2 picks in the draft. Let's remove all of Matt's names and continue. Third pick. Brandon will get third pick. I might have to shuffle them again because there's a lot of names near each other. I mean, I guess you're going to have that because there's a lot of... I mean, Brandon has 4 names out there. And I might reshuffle it after 4 picks. I'll do 4 and then shuffle, and then 4 and then shuffle, 4 and then shuffle a couple. So, all right. Brandon has the 3rd pick. We're going to do 1 more and then shuffle another 5 times and see what happens. All right. Remove Brandon. He's 3rd. All right. Then 4th pick in the draft. Andrew finished 5th from the bottom, gets 4th pick. Geez, Barbara and Caitlin have 8 spots on the wheel, and they have yet to be picked in the first 4. Still exciting to watch. All right. So there's your top 4. We're going to shuffle 5 more times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And there's still 2 Masons near each other. Jeez, I guess it's going to be hard to spread them all out when there's so many of the names, but I got to remember, all right, we did 4 picks. I got to remember when I get to 8, shuffle them again. All right, 5th pick in this year's draft goes to... There, Barbara's 8 picks are going to be gone. Barbara gets 5th. 5th pick in the draft this year. That'll free up a lot of space on this wheel. All right. So the results so far there: Striker, Matt, Brandon, Andrew, Barber. That's your 5 picks so far. 6th pick in the draft. Almost Colby. Dylan with the 6th pick in this year's draft. All right. 7th pick. We're getting to halfway. Oh, there's a squirrel on the field in the Yankee game. And the other 8 slots on the wheel, Caitlin, is your 7th pick. What? I'm watching the squirrel. Sorry, I'm sidetracked by the squirrel running across the field. They're zoomed in on him. And hey, found his way off. Oh, no, he didn't. He's just in the corner. Oh, he's back out. All right. Let's move Kate. That's funny. All right, we got one more. Yeah, one more pick, and then we're going to shuffle. Then this is the halfway point through the draft order. Here's your 8th pick coming up next. Oh, land on me. Looks like that's going to be Maria. Maria with the 8th pick. She finished 5th, so she would have had the 12th pick. So she moved up a few spots with the 8th pick in the wheel. So Maria is gone, and now we're going to shuffle 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. 8 picks down, 8 to go. Let's look at your order so far again. Striker with the 1st pick, Matt with 2nd, Brandon 3rd pick, Andrew with 4th pick, Barbara with 5th pick, Dylan has the 6th pick, Caitlin has the 7th pick, Maria with the 8th pick. And that's where it stands halfway through. Still all these names. On the board here. We have Bill, Colby, Pat, Mason, Chuck, me, Keith, and I don't know if I said it, and Gary. I think I said everybody. So I went around. All right. 8 down, 8 to go. We're halfway through. Who's going to have the 9th pick in the draft? Why don't I hear anything? Why'd the sound go away? Oh. My headset disconnected and reconnected for some reason. Bluetooth. Keith with the 9th pick. 9th pick in the draft belongs to Keith. All right. So that removes another 7 off the board. So this wheel's getting to be wide open here. All right. The 10th pick in the draft. Man, so close. Is it Mason or Pat? Oh my God, it just turned to Pat at the last minute. 10 picks down. Pat with the 10th pick in the draft this year. Because he made the playoffs last year. Obviously, we're down in all the playoff teams. Obviously, with the second half of the field. So Pat made the playoffs last year, lost in the quarterfinal round. Let's see. Pat lost in the playoff round to me in the quarterfinals, 121 to 107. All right. So Pat is the 10th pick. Now, wow, the names are getting a lot bigger. We're getting towards the end here. Well, I'm trying to hope I move up. I mean, the only place I can go is up. So, do I have that chance of being not last pick. We're going to find out here. I think I was like the 14th pick last year. It was far back last year, but it panned out last year. I ended up winning the Super Bowl, so I guess the late pick, doesn't really hurt that bad because then you get an early pick in the second round. All right, 11th pick coming up. I'm got a keeper anyway, so I'm gonna have. Oh wow, there's 3 Masons in a row, and it still misses them. Mason only has. Oh no, he has 6 names out there, and he's still going. Chuck with the 11th pick in the draft here on Sunday. Very few names left here. 6 Masons still on the board. I think he's the one with the most. Yeah, Mason's the one with the most names on the board left. Nobody has more than Mason on the board right now, and still hasn't hit him yet. Well, your 4 best teams from last year are still on the board with 5 spots to go. So yeah, this has definitely been. I kind of like this though. Oh my God, the squirrel's still on the field. All right, one more spin and then we reshuffle. Obviously, the odds are in Mason's favor here to be the 12th pick, but we'll see what happens with the wheel. 12th pick in the draft belongs to not Mason. Colby moves from 14th pick up to 12th. I think that's exactly where Colby picked last year, was about 12th. He was back there with me, I know that. So yeah, that's 12 picks down, 4 to go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. So Colby avoided being in the Final Four. So it's Bill, Gary, and me from the Final Four that would have picked anyway, along with Mason, who would have had 6th pick, is unfortunately on the wrong end of how things are working in this. 6 names on the board, and still hasn't been picked. There's only 1 or 2 names of everybody else. 6 Masons. Will he be next? 13th pick in the draft coming up. Let's find out who's going to have the 13th pick. Okay, it's him this time. There's no way it's getting out of it. Finally, Mason is on the board. 13th pick. All right. Well, still no me. All right, it's between me, Bill, and Gary. And Bill's got 2. Me and Gary each have 1 spot. It's going to get interesting here, folks. Let's see who's going to have the 14th pick in this year's draft. Can I get where I got last year? It looks like it's going to be me. Yes, we got out of the basement. 14th pick. Hey, that's a lucky number for me. That's where I think I picked last year, and I won the Super Bowl. I got 14th pick again. So, hopefully that's a sign. All right, there goes my name. All right, it's between Bill and Gary. Who's going to get 15th pick? Obviously, we will know who has 16th pick right here as well. It's going to be Bill. Bill with the 15th pick in the draft. And just for the heck of it, we're going to spin anyway. Gee, I wonder who the 16th pick can be. Who's the 16th pick in the draft? Oh, it's Gary. Look at that. All right. And there is your draft order for this year's 2025 ESPN Fantasy Football Draft. The Crew. Right here. That's the thumbnail for this. Draft seating show for the Crew Fantasy Football League. And there's your results. Striker with the number 1 pick overall. Matt Fisher with 2nd pick. Brandon with 3rd. Andrew with 4th. Barber, 5th pick. Dylan with the 6th pick. Caitlin with the 7th pick. Maria with the 8th pick. Keith with 9th. Pat with 10th. Chuck with 11th. Colby with 12th. 13th is Mason. 14th is Wesley. 15th is Bill. And 16th is Gary. That's your pick order. And obviously it reverses in round 2. So Gary will have the 16th pick and the 17th pick. So he'll have the first pick of the next round as well. So he'll get 2 picks in a row. Now I've got a keeper anyway. So this would void basically where my spot is. So I would be end up picking 17th, 18th, 19th. So I don't know if everybody's going to use a keeper or not. I am. I know some people will. But if you don't use a keeper, you're picking in the first round. If you have a keeper, it skips you, I believe. That's how it works. If I remember from last year, so. So there you have it. Your draft results are in, and we will see you back here in 2 nights, in about 48 hours, 47 and a half hours for the fantasy football draft on Sunday night. Thanks for watching the draft seeding order. We'll see you